strategies, put knowledge in the book. Change our strategies, put knowledge in the book. Change our language so we couldn't read it if we look. Convince us we ain't have shit here but disease. Made us 3/5 human and black illegally. You put your fists up to being African American. How much history you went through for that to make some sense? I've been on Turtle Island 10,000 years. Akubulan been my neighbor. Pangea brought me here. The world didn't start in 1400s. Niggas grow up. What you think we was doing? Morse was running Europe. We been tribal folk, now it's time to show up. Bring back the villages, cause cities ain't got no love. Your melanin addicted to the infliction of pollution. Chemical dependency, nature the solution. Grow your food and medicine, build homes in conclusion. The enemy will tell a lies, infiltration as inclusion. Peace, peace, y'all. Welcome to the Hump Day reading. We're here for the Hump Day reading. It's time for a Hump Day reading. We sound checking for the Hump Day reading. We're here for the Hump Day reading. It's time for a Hump Day reading. We sound checking for the Hump Day reading. All right, the sound check is sounding good. Peace, peace, y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in. We don't gotta keep listening to myself over and over again, as fun as it sounds. Ready for y'all Hump Day reading, y'all? So it is Wednesday. Y'all know I love my Eshua energy. Eshua gang off in this thing. For you guys that don't know, I'm an Eshua stellium. So I'm here for it. I got like 6 Mercurian placements in my chart. So this is what I do. This is what I does. For those of you guys who don't normally tap into my planetary forecast, you guys can check me out on YouTube, Less Nobodies, and watch my full planetary forecast where I talk about where the planets are for the next 7 days and what that means for you. I had it open too wide. I felt that. That was weird. But I just want to give you guys a brief, little rehash or whatever, what have you, on what happened yesterday and what happened today. Can we talk about it real quick? Yesterday we started the morning off with a collective breathing. Thank you guys to everybody that tapped in. Why did we have a collective breathing? Because at 6:49 a.m. the moon rose into the new moon, and then at 7 o'clock the partial lunar eclipse occurred. So having both of those energies at the same time, we had a nice 30-minute collective breathing. In addition to that, the moon and Venus, Oba, Oshun type energy, were actually in conjunction and minimal angles. So both of these energies were sitting in I believe Venusian energy. We started off the week in Libra vibes, and then we moved into Scorpio like Sunday. So we were like in early Scorpio vibes with that realm. So we experienced a lot of heavy emotions, a lot of extremities going on. Some of you guys had some really it might have felt catastrophic, but it was definitely transformational events occur in your space, in your life, in your mind, or in your heart. And that's really cool, right? It's always fun. It doesn't always happen the way we would envision it to happen, but when it does happen, it's always kind of nice, somewhat nice, cool. And then as far as and then we had Mercury and Spica. Mercury was still in that Eshua constellation. Mercury was still in that Eshua constellation, even though it's in the Oba zodiac energy. So it being in that Eshua constellation, it was in alignment with Spica as far as conjunction goes, and that happened around 7:21. So yesterday's AM hours were definitely like a whole party vibe popping off in the cosmos. Everybody was linking up with each other. It was crazy, bro. You're either gonna come in or you're gonna get out. I know he's gonna come right back in here. He just likes opening the door at this point. I don't know why I don't like my door open. It feels like an open portal, and it's like just too much going on. And it's not even anything out there. It's a dark hallway down the steps. It's something about the door being open. I just don't like it. I don't like open doors. No more open doors. As far as today goes, like the moon is now in descending node, so it's moving downward. As you know, the planets move forward, they also move up and down sometimes. But now the moon is in descending node, and that's fun. Um, the moon and Zubin Al Janubi were in minimal angle in conjunction early this AM, like around 4:50, 5 a.m., and that's fun. That was still bringing on some of the Scorpius claw slash Oba scale energy with us, bringing in, like, you know, the same energy of extremities, extreme emotions, extreme thought, and stuff like that. And then also Eshu, or you know, Mercury was in alignment with Spica as far as the minimal angle occurs today. Yesterday was conjunction, today it was a minimal angle. And then we started seeing the moon in the evening now too, so that's pretty cool. As far as tomorrow goes, the moon is still going to be in that Scorpius constellation, aligning with the Shuba. There will be a occultation that will take place, and as well as with Graphios and Aries. These are all major stars in the Scorpius constellation, giving off the energy of Saturn and Mars, which is a very aggressive, assertive type of energy. Be mindful of it. You know, stay in the house if you had to. That's my best advice to you. But yeah. So we're gonna get started with the hump day reading. We're gonna do a reading. I want to do these cards today. These are just the cards that I'm feeling today. And I think I'm gonna do a little African divination at the end, because I don't know, I just feel like doing it today. I want to do it today, so I'm gonna do it today. All right. So let's start off at our root chakra. How does that sound? We're going to pull a card for all of our chakras. And as we pull the cards for the chakras, peace. Welcome to the Hump Day reading. As we pull a card for the chakras, keep in mind of the zodiac energies that are included in this chakra. And then also, like, you know, at any time you want to tap in with your natal chart, you'll be able to address what planetary placements are in that chakra while we're doing the reading, and you'll be able to apply things, you know, accordingly how you wish. If you would like a personal card pulled for you, just type me or hey or I want a personal card, and I'll pull that joint for you. I got you guys. So in our root chakra is all about grounded and discipline and order, and we know it's ruled by Babalué, which is aka Saturn. Babalué is sitting in that energy of Shango, and that sixth house. That sixth house is the Eshua house, and that house is being ruled by Babalué. Gang. So we have, you know, a lot of root chakra energy going on. As a lot of the energy going towards like rebellious, detaching, revolutionary type energy. So for those of you guys who have been walking around with certain kind of authoritative or authority figures in your space, you probably feel like an inkling to remove yourself from those people, places, and things, and create a new order or structure for self. There's new order and structure transformations happening in a lot of different spaces around us. As you can see, it's happening, you know, as people are sitting back and watching this Kanye debacle, and people are tuning in and tapping in, you know, to their, you know, true culture, being one of the 12, you know, tribes, as we are. Let's tell the truth now. And people seeing, you know, the music industry, the clothing industry, the sneaker industry for what it's always been to us. But now, you know, more people are starting to see it. Those individuals who take just a little bit longer to learn some shit, they're starting to see those things. So we're seeing, you know, structures and foundations and things happening in that realm as we sit back. With this election that's coming on, we have, you know, they're doing away with old authoritative figures, or maybe some of them are renewing their lease on their seat in the city. We don't know. But, you know, and making room for new authoritative figures to make new rules. I'm really feeling this councilman out here in Trenton. I don't live in Trenton, but he's cool. I had the pleasure of performing at one of his events, and I really enjoyed myself, and I enjoyed everything he was talking about, really. It's about time that we have council people that actually want to educate the people on the keys, instead of keeping the keys in their pocket and only allowing the keys to apply to them and their family. You know, because when you only, you know, if you don't, you and your family the only people eating at the table when everybody else hungry, what you think gonna happen after a while? We're gonna take your food. So it's time to start playing smart with a little bit more unity than that, you know? Classism gets us nowhere. But yeah, so the energy that's within the root chakra is Shango, which is aka Aquarius, as well as Capricorn, which is Babalu A. Our current planetary placements that we have under there: Saturn, Vesta, the seventh house, Pluto in the sixth house. And if you want more elaboration on that, just tap into my planetary forecast on YouTube, and I get into that in so much detail. But right now, we're gonna give a little prayer and pull these cards on the root chakra, Ashe. Dear angels, deities, ancestors, and spirits in this universe, the last and the next, I come to you humbly and wholeheartedly to pull these cards for this hump day reading. I thank you for utilizing me as a medium, and may my words, my mind, and my heart be in alignment with the words, mind, and hearts that are intended to hear, listen, and speak in this transaction of information. May those who are meant to hear this reading hear it. Ashe, Amin, Amen. All right, so let's pull a card for our root chakra. The prayer I always feel good after I pray. I don't know what that is. It's not even just about praying for tarot cards. It's just like when I pray, period. It's just like a, that felt good. I like that. That was fun. It's always nice to talk to y'all. But yeah, our universe was like first card. Anyway, this is the Queen of Cups in reverse. So what's that saying to me? And this could include me as well because I'm here. But the individuals that are reading this, we are in reverse because we're not entirely here yet with our root chakra. And honestly, what that means is like, the Queen of Cups is emotions. We are currently in this energy of Scorpius, which is Oya. This is the energy of transformation. It's in a very extreme emotional invocation energy. Be mindful of the blood oaths that are going to occur. I think we started off the season with a shootout in St. Louis and a shootout somewhere else. There was 3 shootouts on someone's street in Philly, I think today or yesterday. Like there's a lot of blood oaths going on, a lot of extreme energy, a lot of extreme, violence and stuff like that. In order to remain above and rise above your emotions. That's the goal here in Scorpio season. We're learning to rise above the extremities, learning to wake up with those extreme emotions and thoughts and not allowing them to take over. I see a lot of my readers, including myself, getting overwhelmed during this first week of Scorpio. And all I can do is assume that because I know I do have a lot of earth sign in my chart. The majority of my chart is earth. I can only assume that those individuals have a lot of earth energy in their chart or water, and that's going to bring, even fire. I honestly, all the elements, there's different ways you can be invoked. Air energy kind of adjusts the fastest because air is always moving and always ahead of time anyway. So air energy probably endured the transition of this energy about a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. Earth energy is just not feeling this energy this week. Fire energy is just like, what the fuck? And probably the perpetrators. So if you are already angered on a regular day for my fire babies, my fire Mars energies, fire type 3, fire Mercury, it don't matter where you fire at. I want you to be mindful of where your fire is at and be mindful of when it's being triggered and just like calm yourself down if you find yourself willing to engage in those extreme behaviors as a result of your emotions. But what this is saying to me is we haven't risen above our emotions. And in this cycle, I would like, by the end of the cycle for us to end up on the upright card, the upright Queen of Cups card, because that means that we have risen above our emotions. We have taken, control of them. We are stable. We are disciplined and ordered. And what this card is saying to me right now, in our root chakra, our emotions have to be put in order. We're putting too many emotions in the root chakra. They're at an extreme rate right now. Don't let your emotions be what sets the standard for you, because emotions change. Emotions are simply invocations, temporary invocations. So don't make permanent decisions based upon those temporary invocations. We don't want to do that. Your root chakra is established when you are a sound mind and body and separate from your emotions, not when you're inside of them, because then you'll start making hasty decisions. That's when you start saying stuff like, I'm cutting everybody off and can't nobody be in my space. And if you do this, you suck. And da-da-da-da. And those are all root chakra rules, but they're being made with emotion. And usually we don't make good decisions when we make them with emotions. No, we don't. So let's move on to our sacral chakra, Obatala. Obatala energy is still in retrograde. It's in the cardinal energy of Ogun. It's in the cardinal energy of Ogun in the house of Oya, being ruled by Olukun. And if my vocabulary and the cosmos are deterring you, I want you to go to my planetary forecast, because as we are going through our transformations, the planetary forecast is also going to into its transformations. And I want to say this is like my third episode utilizing my dialogue, so I'm getting a little better, y'all. Hey, gang. I've been studying and now I'm applying and exercising, because we want to give life to our gods. You know what I mean? Us Aboriginal people. We've been talking about the Greek gods and the Roman gods when we talk about the cosmos. And really what we're doing is putting those energies into the cosmos, when we should be, I mean, we could talk about their energies too. Why not? But we should be talking about our Orishas and our gods and such in the cosmos more so, because of who we are. Like, why would I invoke something that's not in alignment with me? That makes no sense to me. So now that I've hoarded enough knowledge to feel comfortable to share, I'm going to share it with y'all. All right. So we have Obatala sitting in the retrograde in that Ogun energy. The Ogun energy is the energy of new beginnings. This is AKA Aries energy. Is Jupiter and Aries. Bringing in new beginnings with your generosity, your luck, and your wisdom. That 8th house energy, that's the Oya house of transformation. The Scorpio house, bringing in transformation, bringing in rebirth. And, when it comes to rebirth, there has to be death to certain things when rebirth occurs. Putting you in your power seat, really, because what it's saying is Obatala, this generosity energy, this wisdom is sitting in your house of your solar plexus. So it's like sitting in your power space. And then that house is being ruled by Olukun, which is Pisces energy. That's the energy of tapping into the subconscious, tapping into the spirit and things like that. So, the spirit is going to bring the transformations in our space. It's bringing in new beginnings. And that's where our luck is coming from. For those of you guys who don't know, the 2 zodiac energies that are within the sacral chakra are Olukun, which is Pisces energy, as well as Obatala, which is Sagittarius energy. The planetary placements that we currently have in that sacral chakra is Neptune, Juno, the 8th house, and the 5th house. And if you guys want more elaboration on that, you can tap into my planetary forecast. That's on YouTube. And it's also on my Instagram. So let's pull a card for our sacral chakra. The moon. The moon. Are we tapping in the spirit? And what I love about the moon, who you see right there? I see my Pisces fish. We're tapping in the spirit. We're dealing with the circle of life. And this is upright too. So what that's telling me is the people that are the souls that are tapped in right now at this point in time, you guys are definitely tapped into your sacral chakra. You're definitely tapped into that spiritual energy. As far as allowing it to create transformation, trusting it to create transformation, and trusting yourself to tap into it for that generosity and that wisdom that you need. So good for you guys for already being on top of the game for the transformation. Just know and keep in mind, especially because we're in transformation season, that how you envision the transformation that occurred, it's not going to totally be like that. Like, I'll give an example off of my personal self. Like, I was talking to my sister about it, and I'm like, yo, these retrogrades, like the retrogrades that we have every year in the summer, just last year, it just felt really different. It felt really, really different. It was just like, yo, I just feel like I'm on my square. Like, I'm on top of all of this. Like, ever since I finished Ramadan, like, last year this year, because we're still in 2022. 22 Ramadan. That was my first time, completing a full cycle of Ramadan. And it was just like, yo, ever since then, like, I just felt like I was on top of the cosmos. Like, I'm ahead of this. And I will admit, when I first entered Oya season, I got punched, I got hit, I got knocked, and I let my emotions get extreme. And initially I was about to put a whole bunch of shit in my root chakra and in my heart chakra that was emotional based. And God came in, as God always does, in the form of in a personified form, many personified forms, giving me phone calls and text messages and messages of encouragement and, don't give up and you're good. And, this is just a test, just enter Oya season. Like, it's good. We're good. We're good. And I'm like, you know what? That ain't nothing but God, just checking on me and let me know, like, sis, we in the season. You knew it was coming. You done so much work. Keep going. Don't allow yourself to get knocked down. Just know that you've risen above all those things and you're still alive. So what does that mean? There's stuff that I haven't even thought of yet that I'm about to rise above. There's new problems coming now. I've defeated all the old patterns. Now I'm into some new stuff that I haven't even like thought of touching yet. So these are all going to be like knock around surprises. Like when Mercury retrograde came, I just knew it was gonna be some little dusty person in my inbox. Like I just knew what was going to happen, and it didn't happen that way. It was like, no, I got something else for you. I want you to heal these relationships. I want you to heal your familial bonds. I want you to talk to this person again and do this again and see if you do this different, what's going to happen and stuff like that. And it's just like, I was up for the challenge. I was here for it. Scorpio season beat my ass real quick, but you know what? I woke up this morning. I took the time out to write down my woes last night, and write down words of encouragements and things I wish to solve. And when I woke up this morning, I spoke to myself different, and I was like, you know what? I know what this energy is. I know how emotional this energy is, and I know that I'm already an emotional person by default. So like, let me do what I gotta do while I'm here. You know what I mean? I've been back and forth with the sadness. I'm not going to sit up here and say I didn't still feel sadness, but my logic wasn't dwelling in my sadness. My logic was separate. I was able to separate myself and be like, you know what? My chest hurts, my neck hurts, my stomach hurts. I am sad, and I do want to shed a couple tears, and I allowed myself to do that. And but it wasn't like I was sulking in it. It was like I was separate from it. You know what I mean? So let's get into our solar plexus chakra, because this is where it's at. This is where the party is at right now in this Oya season. It's all up in our solar plexus, sitting in our power seat, because that's where we're going to be at by the end of this season. We're going to be in our power seat. The solar plexus is ruled by Ogun, which is Mars. And right now Ogun is in the Abeji energy, which is Gemini, in the 10th house, which is the Babalu house, Capricorn house, ruled by Oshun, Taurus energy. So you have Mars in Gemini in the 10th house, ruled by Taurus, aka you have Ogun in the Beji and a Babalu house, ruled by Oshun. Okay. And what that really means to me is, the power is coming from intellect. The power is coming from learning to accept the assistance from your community, learning how to communicate with your community, like traveling, but more so within your networking area, coming out of yourself to speak to people in your networking space. And when you tap into this energy, this is where the success is going to come from. This is where a lot of that foundation and groundedness and authority energy is going to come from. You're going to really like be able to balance your solar plexus chakra in this realm if you tap into these energies. Of a Beji, of communicating and tapping into your community and allowing them to support you. Like how I just told y'all, the universe, came in personified form, and I got all these phone calls and text messages and words of encouragement. If I wasn't, tapped in, because Mars in Gemini in the 10th house, ruled by Taurus, is actually in my natal chart. So my natal Ogun is activated right now. So if I wasn't able to recognize that, I wouldn't have took those messages as anything. I'd have been like, you know what, y'all just in my phone. Y'all know what y'all talking about. Y'all don't know my life. And I would have kept doing what I was doing on my emotions. You know what I mean? So being able to rise above that is so important. And the celestial bodies that we have in this realm are Jupiter, the midheaven, Chiron, Aries, the 9th house. The sun is in this energy at this moment, Venus, and the 4th house. All right. So we got Obatala, the midheaven, Chiron, Aries, Obatala house. We got the sun, we got Oshun, and we got the Umoja house, all sitting in our power space. And that is fun. So let's pull a card for our solar plexus chakra to find out what message we need for our powerhouse and how we trying to end Oya season. How is Oya season trying to end for us? I got the Five of Pentacles. Ooh, I like fives. Why do I like fives? I like fives because five is the number of humanity. Coming back to what I just said, like tapping into your community, your network, communicating with them, traveling within your network, allowing them to support you, and allowing to be reciprocation, because we learned during the season of Mayat, during the season of Oba, Libra energy, that the scales, the Libra scales are very important. The Oba scales are very important. Receiving and giving is very important. And now that we've learned that, we can really utilize this energy and tapping into our community and our network and knowing when energy is being reciprocated and when it's just being received. You know, so you can use discernment. You don't gotta just be out here holding everybody's hand because I'm supposed to be in my community. No, it's with discernment. But if you get that root chakra right, the discernment is going to come naturally. Especially because the Obatala house is literally in your solar plexus chakra anyway, giving you that support to do so. All right, and that's your Sagittarius house. Um, But yeah, so and then I love that it's Pentacles, because Pentacles brings things into fruition. This is giving me that energy of the Babalu house, the 10th house, and it being ruled by Oshun, which is Taurus energy. So those two energies are earth energies. Those are the energies of Pentacles. So this is essentially telling you, yeah, tapping into your community, tapping into humanity, all those things. That's what's going to bring you power here. But like I told y'all, you see all the purple energy is all that's Oya energy, and you see the faces look kind of worried, like they're going through things, right? They got the pentacles, but like he's on top of the pentacles, but he's still kind of worried and he's still kind of reaching. And this is the energy of receiving the support from your community. Reach out, let people know I'm not okay. And also, like, speaking on your pain, because like I said, Chiron is also in your solar plexus right now, and I got into depth with that about that on in the planetary forecast. Like, yo, y'all got to start sharing y'all trauma. And I'm not here for trauma bonding. I'm not saying start trauma bonding. I'm saying share your story, because people need to hear it. People don't know if you don't say nothing. They don't know what you're going through. And then you don't know, you sharing your story is inspiration to so many people, because there's a lot of people out here watching, like, how do you do that? And like their goals and their dreams just feel so impossible to them, because they're watching people who are only showing the perfect parts of their journey. They're watching people that's only showing the good parts and making it seem like they skip so much stuff just to show, like, I didn't struggle and I didn't do nothing bad and I didn't get any setbacks. I just came and it's perfect, 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 perfect. And I only come out and talk to people when things are going well. And only come out and talk to my business when my business is doing good. Like, I only do things when things are doing good. No, that's doing you and your community a disservice, because when things are going bad and you're drowning, don't you want somebody to hand you a lifeline? They can't do that if they don't know, like, what's the is it like, oh, okay, I know the wintertime, the business is slow, because I've seen business owners continuously communicate that. So because I know that in the wintertime business is slow, now I can come up to the business owners I know and say, hey, I know it's wintertime, how can I support you? But if you're not sharing that part of owning a business, if you're not sharing that part of your spiritual walk, like how I just shared with y'all how Scorpio season beat my ass, that left room for other people to come in and be like, yo, Scorpio season did this to me and did this. And now we can have open dialogue and rise above together. You know what I'm saying? Having dialogue saying, you know what, I think I need to shut down my business. Open eyes, people like, yo, sis needs support. And she's always supporting us. We got to go support her now. Like, you're not going to get that if you don't open your mouth. You're not going to get the realistic love that you're looking for, the realistic support you're looking for, if you're not communicating those things. All right, that's it. So now we're going to go to our heart chakra. Our heart chakra is ruled by Oshun, and right now it's sitting in that Oya energy in the third house of the Abeji twins, and that's being ruled by Oba. So the heart chakra is all about self-esteem, love, and wealth, right? With Venus sitting in that Scorpio energy, transformation happening in your pentacles, transformation happening in your love space. If you are already in a relationship, it's going to be some elements of your relationship that's going to transform. Why? Because y'all just got out of Oba season. So there's some things that you've noticed that reciprocation is not occurring here, or it is occurring here. Maybe I'm taking too much. Maybe I'm the one doing too much receiving and I need to do something about. But some level of transformation is going to occur in your relationships, and not just your relationship romantic speaking, but also your relationships with your friends, your relationships with your bonds and your partnerships, all those different things. It's just a transformation occurring. And then you also know that Oshun energy pieces. Oshun energy is also associated with wealth, pinnacles, your monies. So transformation is occurring in that realm too. So if you find yourself looking for another job or another energy source, another money source, or even transforming, the fact that maybe you don't always take money. Maybe now you willing to barter. You want to join an organization that barters, or maybe you want to start accepting cryptocurrency, or different transformations occurring definitely in the heart chakra. And Oshun and Oba are two energies that are in our heart chakra. And for the celestial bodies that are located in our heart chakra at the moment, peace during our transition chart is Uranus, the true node, the 10th house, the moon yesterday. But I believe that the moon has moved to the Oya zodiac, but it's still kind of in the Oba constellation because the sidereal and the Vedic charts are a little different. And then you have Mercury, and the third house, the Beji house. So you have a lot of Mercurian, Eshua type energy sitting in your heart chakra. Manifest. It's time to manifest. Speak those things into existence. Write those things in existence. The to-do list. Write them out in detail. How you want that to come out because of all this Eshua energy sitting in your heart chakra in the pinnacles and love. Set your intentions. What you want? What do you want? What's gonna make you feel good? What's gonna raise your self-esteem? What's gonna make you, feel love? Like what's going to what do you want your pinnacles to look like? How do you want to obtain those pinnacles? How do you want to spend them? How you want them to spend you? All that stuff. Write it out in detail. Speak on it in detail. However way you want to do it, just express it because of all this Mercurian energy sitting in the heart chakra. It's expression time. Express, express, express. Cool. And I love the fact that it's in the Beji house because a Beji house is like, Gemini house. But it's the house of expression and communication. But coming back to the community, start talking to your community about your needs. For those of you guys that want to get into bartership and organization, who you gonna barter with? Yourself? You gonna barter by yourself? You gonna trade with yourself? If you're into bartership, if you're in need of bartership and stuff, you got to open up those communications because you have no idea how many other business owners just want to barter. Like, I'd rather trade you for a service. I'd rather trade you babysit my kids because I'm tired of paying all this money for daycare. I'd rather trade you for a meal. I'd rather trade you for a roof over my head. Some people, I'd rather trade you for some marketing material. I'd rather trade you to take one of your courses. You have to communicate these things. You have to express these things. All of them, all of them, all of them. And the true node is also in this heart chakra energy. So, you're going to find your soul tribe when you start expressing this stuff because people are going to hear you and say, you know what? I feel the same way. I feel the same way. That's how you're going to get that true node, that soul tribe. Then we have the house of Babalue in here, the 10th house of aspirations and achievements and things like that. Further saying, hey, you start communicating and you start dialoguing with your community about these transformations you would like to achieve in your Venusian energy, you're going to attract who you need. You're going to attract who you're supposed to have. The transformation is going to occur. Are they going to look by detail how you think they're supposed to look? No. Is it going to be that guy or that girl over there you always wanted to join your group? Probably not. But the people that come to you are going to be the people that you need because those are the people that you expressed a need for. So manifest, manifest, manifest. And while we're manifesting, we're going to pull a card for our heart chakra. Oh, yes, I get free game. All week long, I'll be giving free game. You come to the right place. I just want to see us all win, honestly. I just want to see everybody win. My card is kind of sticky. So whatever message, it's one they want to give out. We got the 4 of Swords. My cards got sticky as shit just now. We got the 4 of Swords. All right. What I don't want y'all to do What I don't want is for you guys to start communicating out of your traumas. We're not trauma bonding in our heart chakra. We're not doing that. We're not trauma bonding with our monies in our heart chakra. We're not trauma bonding with our love and our self-esteem in our heart chakra. That's not what we're expressing and communicating. No more struggle love. No more struggle pinnacles. No more of this. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. Don't do this. Don't do this. I don't want y'all out here talking about what y'all don't want. I remember when I was working at this hoagie shop, and it used to irritate me when people used to call my phone and tell me all the stuff they don't want on their sandwich. How does that help me? You telling me what you don't want on your sandwich. So what should I put on your sandwich? Stop telling the universe what you don't want. Tell the universe what you do want. Stop telling your community what you don't want. Tell the community what you do want. My car is still sticky, so it's something else on the heart chakra. Hold on a second. My car is still sticky. Pieces. Welcome to the planetary. Not the planetary forecast. This is the hump day reading. Wrong day. Stop. We're just going to open it. 1, 2, 3. Because this is where they keep opening up at anyway. We got the reverse Ten of Wands. That means that action-wise, we're not totally here yet. We haven't completed this realm yet of our heart chakra. I want you guys to go back to the root chakra of your heart chakra. What's the discipline? What's the order? What's the groundedness? Who's the authority over your heart chakra? Are you being ruled by your emotions at the moment? Let's talk about it because we're in Scorpio season with the Venusian energy anyway. So it's time to talk about it. Okay. And I just talked about this when we were talking about the root chakra too, and how, we're in the season of extreme emotions. Oya is the energy of extreme emotions. We want to chill on this. Definitely. Second drawing, since y'all want to stay open. We got the Seven of Swords. Somebody in your space was being conniving. Somebody in your space did something to you, but you got to let this go out of your heart chakra before you start manifesting and communicating and stuff like that. It's not going to work in your favor if you keep this, whoever this person is and whatever they did, if you keep it in your space, it's going to keep coming in your space in different forms. It's either going to come in different people, different experiences, different things. But if you keep holding on to it and you allow it to create some sort of structure in your life, it's going to keep coming back to test that structure. And if you don't want to keep being tested in this realm, you got to let that shit go. Last step. My cards was so sticky, like they just 2 of Cups. Yeah, it's somebody in your space. They not filling the cup. You not filling the cup. Is no cup being filled here at all. You gotta let this go out of your heart chakra. Clean that shit. Clean that shit up. Do that shit tonight. Clean it up tonight. Tonight it must be cleaned. Evil dies tonight. Yes, clean that up tonight. Because when you speak, you're not supposed to be speaking on what you don't want. You're supposed to be speaking on what you do want, what you wish to attract. And if you guys would like a personal card pull for you guys while I'm sitting here on this live, just put your name in the comments, or hey, or me, I want something. But yeah, I want y'all to let that go. Oh, see, look, my card's loosened up again. Like, yeah, you did it. Thank you. You're welcome. I got you, girl. Yeah, so that's in your heart chakra. I want y'all to be very mindful of what y'all choose to express, because there's so much Eshua energy sitting in y'all heart chakra right now, as far as the universe around us, in our transit chart, that we want to be mindful. We definitely want to be mindful. As far as our throat chakra goes, our throat chakra is ruled by Eshua. I got you, babe. Our throat chakra is ruled by Eshua. It's in the zodiac energy of Oba in the 2nd house, which is our Oshun house, and that house is being ruled by Eshua. Style kills me with this open door. All right. The throat chakra is the chakra of communication, of expression, decision making. This is what gets it done. I will tell you what I need you to do. I'll express to you what I need you to do. And this is also what you utilize to open up all your other chakras, to open up chakras to the people around you, and this, that, and the third. You can do a lot of invocation with this. This is a very powerful chakra here. Don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it. That's what a lot of people mess up and do. And that's why so much energy going towards controlling music, controlling consumption of sounds, of expression. It's a lot of energy going towards that, because this is strong. This is like one of the strongest chakras you got. They all super strong in their own way, but this one right here, it's a lot of reasons why there's so much energy going towards controlling this and making sure that the people that you listening to got this already under control by the powers that be. It's a reason why. Once upon a time, we could say abracadabra and open sesame and shit like that, and some crazy stuff will pop off. But we got to get this back in order first. But yeah, that energy is sitting in Oba, which is bringing the energy of balance, fairness, justice, bringing things to an equilibrium. Also communicating as far as your bonds go. You know, your one-on-one bonds, your contracts. You know, whether in business and romance and friendship, all of that. And we got it in the second house of materialization. So, you know, again, this is bringing even more strength to your throat chakra. You know, expression and communication, peace, love, is bringing, you know, that materialization of what you're speaking on. All right. Again, be careful between your heart chakra and your throat chakra. Be careful of what you're communicating. Be careful of what you're manifesting and expressing. Please let go of those grudges, all that strife, all that stuff you're carrying. Abeji and Eshu are our two energies inside of our throat chakra. Under the celestial bodies in this throat chakra at the moment is Mars, the 11th house, Ceres in the second house. So energy going towards being motivated, motivational energy is sitting in this throat chakra. You guys are being pushed to open your mouth. You're being pushed to say some things. You're going to be triggered to say some stuff that you've been biting your tongue on, and you're going to be scared to say it, but you got to say it, and you got to let that transformation occur. Or you about to hear some stuff that somebody's about to get pushed to tell you, and you got to hear it because they're being pushed to say it. And it's bringing on that revolutionary energy of the 11th house. It's bringing on that energy of love, Oshun from the second house, and it's bringing on Ceres, nurturing. It's coming from a nurturing place. It's just transformation that needs to be had to bring back that balance of Oba. Okay, my car is starting to get sticky again. Spirit want to talk today. Spirit talking today. I must have did a good prayer. Spirit want to talk to y'all today. And all right. We got the Six of Wands. And we in reverse at the moment. So what that's saying to me is we haven't fully tapped into our celestial bodies to be able to create what we're trying to create from our expression and decision making. And that's okay. It's okay that being present, you're not there yet. The goal is to get yourself there. So whatever stripes you're holding on to and stuff that's preventing you from getting it done and doing it and manifesting and materializing and stuff, we want to work on that. Oh, okay. Spirit talking. Let's talk. We have the King of Wands. This is where we want to be. So while somebody here hasn't fully tapped into the creation of the celestial bodies yet, someone in here is definitely on top of getting things done. I want you to combine the celestial bodies with you getting things done. I like the fact that you get things done. I like the fact that you're productive. The realm that we're walking into now with our spirit, with the celestial bodies around us, above us, with how Nut is situated around us at the moment. It's time to start tapping into spirit while we're getting things done, while we're being productive. You want to bring that next chakra into your realm. All right, that's important. I like that we're doing this, but we want to, and this one fell out. We got the 5 of Cups. We got that empty emotional cup again, that Oya energy. Somebody's not filling the cup. The cup's not getting filled. We out here on this lonely realm. But you're never alone, are you? Never alone. This is why I want you to come to spirit. Some of you guys are in your solitude space right now. And it's okay if you're in your solitude space at the moment, but you're going to have to, while you're in your solitude space, know that you're not like all the way alone. It's time to tap into spirit at this time. And this is the other card, the 6 of Pentacles. Jeez. This is the end result. When you tap into that 6 of Wands, we're here. We tapped into the spirit, and now we're bringing things into fruition. And I like that because that's in the second house of bringing things materialize, and that's what we're doing. For Seymour, how do you wish to be addressed when pulling your card? And while you're typing that, I'm going to get into the third eye and crown chakra. Okay. Yeah, work on that. You're not alone. You're not alone at all. And how do you wish to be addressed while I pull your card? As far as the third eye and the crown chakra go, that's ruled by the sun and the moon. At the moment, the sun is definitely in Oya energy in the third house of Abeji, being ruled by Oba. And then the moon is in Oba in the second house of Oshun, being ruled by Eshu. And this is like polarities, inner, outer. This is like the bridge way to the next octave of self when you get into the next 8 chakras of yourself. Because like I said before, even your chakras have chakras that have chakras. Like you're such an infinite being, you just don't stop. You know, I can go on forever reading every part of you, every part of the cosmos, but we don't have enough time here. Okay, I got you, love. As far as the zodiac energies over here with the sun, our ego self, our outer self, you know, how we interact with other selves is in that transformational energy. So you got to understand, while people are in your life creating transformation to you and providing you with that Oya energy, that's what you're going to do to other people as well. Be aware of your energy. Energy awareness is key. And you're going to be around some people that's not ready for the transformation. You're going to be around some people that's going to be triggered. No more biting tongues. No more biting tongues. If the transformation has to happen, it has to happen. If you got to communicate that thing, you got to communicate that thing. That's what we doing here. Especially for those of you guys who are teachers and leaders and readers in this realm. You are here to create transformation in people, places, and things. You rise, you above the cosmos, so you really should have been doing that weeks ago. But you know what I mean? Like, you know, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing in a season for each other, and you got to be aware of your energy. And you know, I'm not saying, oh, when you find yourself creating transformation for somebody, hold back. No, keep going and know that's what you're doing, and it's okay. And understand that this person that you're communicating with in the moment, they're not going to appreciate your transformation you providing right away. They might not. They might not even appreciate it at all in this lifetime. But you got to do what you got to do. We don't bite tongues for nobody, because you never know who that individual might take that energy to. And that might be the soul that really needed it in this lifetime. No more tongue biting. As far as your moon, your inner self, the moon is in Oya energy as well at the moment. So we got the sun and the moon in alignment, you know, in that Oya energy, bringing transformation and rebirth to us, having us sit in our power seat. And a lot of energy focused to our solar plexus chakra, because Oya energy is of the solar plexus chakra, bringing power to you, right? Bringing power to you. It's expression time. The 2 zodiac energies that are inside of the third eye crown chakra are Yamoja and Odumila. The celestial bodies that are within these 2 zodiacs are Lilith, Palace, the 12th house, the ascendant house, and Fortune in the first house. So your outer self, your personality, how you carry yourself at the moment is going to be moving in spirit. Is going to be moving in transformation. When you walk in a room, when people turn their heads and look at you, they can be like, damn, my whole mindset just been transformed, because I didn't even know niggas like that out here existed. Like, you're not even gonna open your mouth yet. If that's what you gotta do, that's what you gotta do. If that's what you're here for, that's what you're here for. It's going to show in your appearance, whether you want to do it or not. It's going to show in your body language. It's going to show in the jewels that you choose to wear. It's going to show in the vernacular that you choose when you're communicating. It's going to show in the analogies that you choose to make to be understood by the person you're speaking to. These are genius qualities that we often overlook, but they're sitting in our crown chakra at the moment, so we're going to look at them. Because y'all in here listening to the reading, say y'all ain't got no choice. You're held accountable for the things you know, gang gang. My car's starting to get sticky again. They be like chilling in between, but once it's like, we got the Wheel of Fortune card. But like once it's like, you know, whatever, it's like, yeah, I got something to say. I'm here. I got something to say. I got something to say. But yeah, let's pull a card for our third eye and our crown chakra. We have the Emperor. Stay on top of your game. And I love that we have the Wheel of Fortune card too, because this was like all like transformation energy period, like all the seasons. We here for it. The straight transformation period energy. Also being mindful to let the universe take the wheel sometime, because you're not in control of everything. Meaning that, you know what? In your crown chakra and third eye chakra, you think that you may be able to suppress and oppress the transformations that you create for yourself and for other people. But guess what? It's not up to you. It's up to who got the will, and the will ain't always in your will. Sometimes the will is in Allah's will, and you will be all right. Let Allah's will take the will sometimes, and trust that it's for all the good. It's for all the good. Otherwise, Allah or God or your universe or whoever you want to talk about, otherwise they wouldn't have created you the way that they did to create the transformation you about to create. Otherwise, they wouldn't have put you in the room that you about to be in to do what you about to do. They wouldn't have gave you that. They wouldn't open up them doors for you. They would have made it hella hard for you, and because they already know you would have gave up if I made it a certain level of difficulty. They didn't. This is what you're supposed to be doing. So let the will take the will. Let the will take the will and rise. We rising at the end of this. We're rising at the end of this. We on top of our chakra. This let me know that a lot of you, those of you that are seeing this, that you guys are in tune with your crown chakra. You're in tune with your third eye. You know how to listen to spirit. Now we're just gonna apply it and allow yourself to make the transformations that need to be had. So Seymour, we're going to pull a card for you. Anybody else in the comments would like a card, please talk to me and just say, hey, me. And then after we pull these personalized cards, we're going to close out. We're going to pray out. Close these windows and these doors, Ashe. So, Seymour Lewis. Seymour. I was listening to your music. I believe you rap, right? It was actually really good. I like your sounds. I think I reached out to you one time. Like, let's clap. If you don't know, I actually do make music. I make positive affirmation music. I really like the things you speak on. As I try to sit in your energy, I saw a few of your pictures of you with some babies. You give me like a Jamaican and Europe kind of vibe. I could be wrong. I could be right. Seymour. Oh, you was the one I pulled the Four of Swords for earlier? That's what's up, so am I. But I think I pulled the Four of Swords for you earlier. There's something heavy on you. What you holding on to? When you speak things into existence, keep in mind that you could be still holding on to those things. And make sure whatever decisions you make are not in response to those things that you're holding on to, but actually in response to, like, these are your devout desires. This is really what you want because this is what you want. Not because somebody over here did this or this person did that or this person said this. No, this is what you want. Let those swords go. Put the swords down. I got the King of Cups. You got some water energy on you. Seems like you on top of your emotions on things. And I think that's the energy that you're keeping when you're holding on to the sword. The sword is giving you strength in your mind. The sword is keeping you on your throne in your mind. You're moving in alignment with what this happened. Like, oh, this happened to me. So now I got muscles and I'm about to move like this from now on. And this is my throne. And da-da-da-da-da. That's your reaction. That's not healthy. This card fell out. It was a woman that did it. It was a feminine energy that did it. I got a reverse empress. So this individual was coming through like they was on some queen shit and they wasn't. But we still gotta let the sword go. I don't know if this was like a woman, a personified woman, or if it was just a divine feminine energy, a feminine act that occurred. But that's what's building the sword. Then, oh yeah, it was a woman, because now we're at the completion of cups on emotions. We got completion with this. So, you in a space now where like We're mending, but I don't want you to keep making decisions with this sword. By the time you get to the end of this, you'll be good. There'll be a balance here. The cups will be filled. You see, this is the upright card. 10 is the number of completion, also back at 1. At the same token, it's the energy. Peace, peace. Where you see Scooby at? Oh yeah, Scooby is not even in here. He keep walking in and out of my room. But yeah, this energy right here it's not fully completed. It's in a space where it is getting there and the balance is coming. I just want you to let those swords go while you're in it. And then this last card that came out is the 8 of Pentacles, creating balance. We're manifesting balance in your space. So you're looking for balance in this realm, whether this is balance with your own feminine energy. Are you covering up your own feminine energy because you feel like it betrayed you one time? Or is this like, this is actually a personified feminine energy, but it was a feminine energy that came into your space and did that to you. And you gotta let them swords go so you can keep moving and you can create this balance, because this is the energy of manifesting balance. All right. Ashe, ashe, ashe. So now we're gonna go on Tara. Tara, where you at, girl? And if anybody else in the comments wants a reading, just comment at the bottom like me. I know November is so slow. Yes, it's all right. Shit coming together. I see you in class. I see you doing everything. I see you in different spaces and different places. I see you working. I see you building. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. This is harvest season. Ashe. This is harvest season. You're doing everything right. It's just so slow, as it should be. Every season ain't summer. Every season ain't summer. The moon. The moon. Really tap into the spaces that the moon are in. And you've been in alignment with the moon. So you've been heavy. I felt it. I'm like, yo, it's so slow. I'm doing everything. I don't want you to make any emotional decisions. No more decisions on your emotions. Make decisions based upon what do you want? What do you want? What do you want to happen? What is the reality you want? Not, oh, I'm angry, so I'm doing this. Not, oh, I'm sad or I'm discouraged or I'm worried. None of that. What do you want at an equal, separate yourself from any emotion. What do you want? Okay. This moon right now, and a crazy, it's going to invoke so many extreme emotions out of you. You're going to be tested all season long, so get ready, because the moon is going to be in quotation with a lot of places. We in eclipse season, so the moon going to be eclipsed with this one, eclipsed with that one. This week we in eclipse with more Oya energy. It's just eclipse everywhere. All right, so the extreme emotions you feeling is just you adapting to the fact that we enter in Oya season. You know how that first day you work out and when you go home your body feel like shit, and then the second day you work out and it's like, oh, this ain't that bad, I'm here. So this first week you're going to feel like shit. That second week, because you pushed through that first week and you did everything you said you was going to do and you did everything you wanted separate from your emotions, that next week is going to pay off. All right? I would advise you to pay attention to the moon this season. That way you can rise above what the moon is doing. All right? You don't want to be stuck in what the moon is doing at all. That felt a little lighter. I feel a little lighter now. Feel a little lighter on you now. Yeah. Let your gears move. Start thinking about the shit you said you was going to do before you got mad. You did say you was going to do that. Start thinking about the things you said you was gonna do. Yep. Bring that to-do list right back the fuck out. Bring it right back out. You said you was gonna do all of that, so go ahead and do it. Don't get mad. It's all right. Sean, I don't know if you wanted a card or not, but if you do, let me know. Anybody in the comments, if you want a card real quick, let me know. I got you at the 9 of Pentacles, cuz. So we manifesting. We bringing it. This is confirmation of what I just said. So keep moving. Keep manifesting that business move, that educational move, the physical moves, the fun moves, all that. Don't get upset. Don't erase the chalkboard yet. Keep going. So we can get to this 9 of Pentacles. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Thank you. I really enjoyed you being here, and I hope the reading resonated with you, love. We got the reverse 8 of Wands. So what's happening is you're going, and what's making you angry is the lack of reciprocation, the lack of balance. That's what it feels like at this moment. It's a lack of balance. I'm not getting it back. I'm not getting it back. That's why I'm not getting it back. It's not coming back to me. Why am I pushing? It's going to come back. It just doesn't come back as fast as you think it is. Yeah, don't do that. Don't erase the chalkboard. It's not coming back as fast as you think it is, but it's coming back. You know, the way society has been created, it moves a whole lot faster than we supposed to be moving. And that's where a lot of that impatience comes from. You figure if you got to think like a farmer, in all moves that you make, think like a farmer. A farmer moves in 4 quarters. So that means whatever the farmer does in the beginning of a quarter, it takes about 3 months for the farmer to see results at the end of that quarter, right? Not next week, but that's what we've been taught. Hey, if you start work on Monday, you'll get paid on Friday. No, that's not how it works in this realm. That's how it works in our indoctrination. And then it got even worse to where if I put a post up, 2 seconds later, I'll get a like. You get where I'm coming with this? That instant gratification is a spell too. And that's making you move away from the mind of a farmer. I want you to come back to the mind of a farmer because your reciprocation is coming. And the more energy you pour out, the bigger your reciprocation is going to be. But you gotta let yourself know that it's coming, and it's not going to move the way social media moves. It's not going to move the way that job moves. That's why as soon as you get the money in your hand, it's already spent. In fact, it was spent before you even got it, because that's how time moves in that realm. But in this realm, when you're working with spirit, you got to think like a farmer. And then the last one we got, Queen of Cups. We're going to rise at the bottom. Listen, by the end of this oil season, you're going to be on top. I have no worries. We on top of this water energy. We holding the cup. We like, yeah, universe, I got this. I'm here for it. I done separated myself from my emotions. I'm risen above it. I'm separate from it. I'm here for it. All right. So I hope that reading resonated with y'all. I thank y'all for now finna pray us out and close these windows and these doors so y'all don't walk away with spirits that y'all didn't ask for. I'll show you. Make sure y'all readers close windows and doors, especially right now. We about to enter Hallows Eve and El Dia de los Muertos. It's not time to be leaving windows and doors open, Ashe. Yeah, so let's pray. Dear angels, deities, ancestors, energies, and spirit guides, I come to you humbly and wholeheartedly. I want to give thanks and major sincere gratitude for all of the words that you have given me to utilize, and all of the ears that were here to hear it, that needed it to hear it, and those who will hear it in the future. As we know that time is not linear, so they will be hearing it in the present as well. I am grateful to be utilized as a medium during this form of communication. And with a heart full of gratitude, knowledge, and humility, I would like to close these doors. So imagine ourselves closing a whole bunch of doors. In my mind, there's a big purple house, and I'm just going up 4 floors because 4 is my favorite number. And I just close all the fun doors. I got some doors that slide. I got some double doors. I got single doors. I got French doors. I got gated doors. Just closing all these doors. Thank you. And now I would like to close all these windows. Let's close these windows. Let's close these windows. I'm going to sit at my computer desk in the middle of the floor. And I'm going to close all these tabs of communication, still with gratitude in my heart for this form of communication. And I want to give thanks. May the doors, windows, and tabs open for me for our next form of communication. In this moment, they are all closed. Ashe, Amin, Amen. Thank y'all. Y'all enjoy your hump day. Hope y'all enjoyed y'all reading. Take y'all friends. Go ahead and share this video. Peace, peace.